Aren't you ever just in that sweet position where you just do not want to stand up to turn off the lights? And you always wish there was some way to just turn off those freaking lights without standing up. You know, if only you could just clap and the lights would turn on or off, right? For this reason, I decided to build these lights that would turn off and on every single time I clapped or made any sudden noise. And this was pretty fun to use and build. And so that you guys can understand this better, I want to start off with the problem statement. Sometimes you do not want to get out of bed to turn off the lights because you're in such a comfortable position. And this is exactly what happened to me and a bunch of other people around the world, which is exactly why I find this convenient, because if there is a robot that can turn off the lights for you, imagine how easy this will make your life. And for the research section, I will be using the sound module that I found and that I've been using for my previous videos, and this will end up working pretty well. And the requirements, of course, can't be way too sensitive. And then we also wanted to be able to hear a clap from across the room or any sudden sound, and this sound should be able to turn the lights on and off. For the brainstorming sketches, of course, we have the light switch, we have the little piece that will hold on to the light switch and move it down and up. We have the motor, the servo motor, that will hold that little piece in place so that it can oscillate back and forth. And for the other view, we can see that the servo motor would be attached to this tape that will hopefully hold the servo motor in place. And finally, for the schematic of a simple circuit here, all we have is the Arduino, and then we have the sound module, the AO to AO on the sound module, and the ground pin, of course, attached to the ground on the Arduino. And of course, it needs 5 volts. Over here with the servo motor, pin 10 is what's going to be controlling it. We're going to be using a whole different battery for the servo motor, 11-volt battery, and the battery that will power the Arduino is a 9-volt battery. And now that we have seen the design process, now it would be time to show how to actually build this. And of course, I first started off building the circuit, and once I put the wires in and connected the servo motor into it, I made the code. And for this attempt, when I thought that I connected it correctly, I did some clapping. I saw there was no movement in the motor. Well, this is because I forgot to do ground wire connection between the servo motor and the Arduino. The motor began to move. It did not move the length that I wanted it to, so of course I had to do some tweaks. I had to do some editing in the code, and eventually when I found a good sweet spot for it, I decided to put the cardboard on the back of the servo motor, because this is the cardboard that would attach to the wall, and that is how I will get the servo motor to the wall pretty simply. So I disconnected all the stuff, and then I was able to put the cardboard box behind the servo motor and then tape the servo motor onto the wall using that cardboard box. Pretty simple. And once I had finished that simple part, I went on to add the other components, the buck converter, the Arduino, the batteries, all those spots. So this slot over here is to hold the 11-volt battery, and originally I tried to make it also hold the 9-volt battery, but I ended up making a whole different section for the 9-volt battery because I had messed up. The wire didn't really reach, so I had to make a whole different thing for it on the top left, using tape again to hold everything in place, and the tape actually worked really well. And of course, when I ended up testing it, clap, and boom, it turns off. And clap again. I don't know why I'm saying clap, but it turns back on. It works pretty well, you guys can see. And then I ended up doing a few more times, you guys can see, just to make sure that I can do it consistently over and over again. And guys, and this was actually pretty fun as well, because I was actually able to say like lights on, lights off, because it would just detect loud noises. It doesn't specifically detect clapping. It detects just any loud noise. So of course a slight small noise is not going to activate it, which is what we wanted, right? But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, like this is super simple, guys. I really think like anyone can do this as long as you guys have the equipment. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video is probably going to be short, but it was fun to make. Please let me know if there's anything I can improve my videos in. And yeah.